Sorry that the lighting is so harsh tonight, but in typical Julia Gulia fashion, I managed to film one video with great lighting, and then my husband takes off with my lights. So, hi there. I'm here to film my what I got for Christmas video because that's what you do almost a month after Christmas. But I thought it would be interesting to wait a while because then I can give you like my thoughts on like what I'm thinking of my presents that I got. So, of course, the main present that I got is what I'm filming this on, so I can't really show you that. But I have filmed 2 videos now, although you've only seen one. I've filmed a couple and I'm editing them, so I have some lined up. And I'm going to try to release a new video at least every Monday. I think Monday is going to be my launch date. And then maybe as time goes on, I can upload different times of the week. But let's start out slow. Baby steps with 1 video a week. So I've got a couple in the can, as they say in the biz. The camera that I'm filming on is a Nikon D5300. Anyway, that was a really big surprise. And I told him it was too extravagant, but he said he got a really good deal on Black Friday. So I'm going to hold him to that and hope that's the case, because he has a tendency to spoil me. Anyway, I got a microphone, I got the camera, and he got me lights. Unfortunately, the lights are not the greatest. They are these little LED panel lights, and they're very, very bright. I'm filming tonight with just one light directly on the hood of my camera, but it's really, really bright. So he got me these 2 lights. They unfortunately didn't work, so we've had to go to soft boxes, but those are the ones that he has taken from me. So I'm making do with 1 light tonight. I know it's kind of harsh, but I'm not really showing any swatches or anything like that. So hopefully I don't look too terrifyingly old. Anyway, so yeah, so that was my big main surprise. And he said he was sick and tired of listening to me, not like frustrated with me, but he was upset for me that I was so upset at not being able to film, because not having lights and not having a good camera, and blah, blah, blah. So it was very frustrating. So that's why I wasn't uploading for the longest time, because I didn't have the capacity with which to make videos. So now I can film anytime I want. That's the best Christmas present ever. But of course, he never stops there. He bought me a bunch of more stuff too. So I'm going to show you that. So what I do, and here's a good tip, what I do for my husband is I've created a Pinterest board, because he never knows what to get me. You know, it's, what do I get you? And instead of saying, get me this, get me that, what I do is throughout the year, I create a Pinterest board, and it's my wish list. So anybody who, you know, wants to get me a gift can just go on there and see the things that I've posted there. So great. But what my husband does is, instead of just buying me one thing, he'll buy me everything on my list. So it gets a little overwhelming sometimes on Christmas morning. Not that I don't really appreciate it, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but sometimes it's just, oh my gosh, I'm so spoiled. I just feel so spoiled. So let me show you what I got. And this is the Spa of the World Hawaiian Kukui Cream Rich Nurturing Body Cream. It's from the Body Shop, and it's part of their new Spa of the World line. And what it is it's a body butter, but it's not like any other body butter that the Body Shop does. It's actually just called a body cream. First of all, it smells delicious. It's floral and kind of, it's not fruity. It's floral but vanilla-y at the same time. It's really lovely. But what I like the most about it is I don't get along very well with Body Shop body butters, because I find them to be really, not sticky, but I find them, well, yeah, stiff. They're very stiff. They are like hardened butter, like butter that's been in the fridge overnight. And so I find them very hard to blend. I don't like them very much at all. But this just blends into the skin really, really easily, and is not greasy at all, which is great. So I've been going through it steadily every day since Christmas, and I love that. A little bit more pricey than other Body Shop body butters or body creams, but you know, it's a little bit more of a, you know, amped up higher end product line for the Body Shop. So I really like that. He got me a box, just a box. He got me a bottle of my favorite perfume. It's C by Chloe, and oh, it has the most delicious smell. Peonies, I believe, are the top notes, but it's got like this really beautiful kind of warm scent to it as well. I love it. It's by far probably I'm going to say my all-time favorite. What I love about it is you can wear it anytime. Like I can wear it day, night. Well, I do anyway. Day, night, any time of the year. I love it. And I had a bottle like that he bought me a couple of years ago, and I was down to like the littlest tiny amount. And you know, it's one of those cases where I don't want to use it. Like I love it. It's my favorite perfume, but because I'm afraid of running out, it's like, no, don't use it. So I now have a brand new full size bottle. The kids got me charms for my Pandora bracelet. I got, what did I get? I got the little pink crystal ball. I got this really pretty navy star ball. It's all made up of like little connected little navy stars. And then there's a little crystal right there. And then because they bought those two, I got the 2015 Christmas bauble for free. So I thought that was really nice. So that was, you know, the kids each bought me a charm, and then I got the third one for free, which is nice. And then my husband got me this really pretty from People's, this little silver bangle, because I've just been into bangles lately. I want to have like a whole stack of bangles on my arm. And this one's cute because it has this little heart, but I like the little hook and eye closure, so it's like that, and it kind of bends like a wire, but it's nice and thick and sturdy. And I just thought that was really cute. Yep, spoiled, rotten, exciting. And then he bought me some makeup. Ooh, what a shocking surprise. So in my stocking, this is what I'm saying. So I'll put several things on my Pinterest list, and then he just buys them all for me. So I put 3 eyeshadow palettes on, and he bought each one for me. So he got me the Clarins 4-color or Eye Quartet Mineral Palette in number 2 nude. So it's really pretty. Comes in, and I'm the geek that like totally saved all my boxes, and then 5 minutes before I made this video found the boxes, then put everything back inside the box. Comes in its own little red velvet bag. Who can resist that? A beautiful gold quad, and it's just a nice neutral quad. So there's you know, just your neutral quad shades, or your neutral kind of whatever kind of taupey browns and nice vanilla shade. But then this shade here is a shade that you apply wet, and it's kind of like a nice peachy shimmery shade. Then he bought me the Naked Basics 2 from Urban Decay, which is one of their matte palettes, and I like the fact that it's nice and little. And what I like about this one is the fact that there seems to be more variety of colors in this one than there is in the original one. And I've actually been wearing it, like making whole looks with it, and really enjoying it. The shadows are really nice and creamy and pigmented, and they blend really well, and they're not chalky at all. And I think they make a great addition to any eyeshadow collection. He also got me the Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette, which is really lovely. I'm sure you've all seen it. It's nice. Again, neutrals, but they're all, even though they're all neutrals, they're all different, and they all have something different going for them. But I really love this one. And to be honest, I could have done with just this one, because there's a nice mix of, you know, your typical kind of like Too Faced satiny shades with a nice kind of shimmer. There's a couple of glittery shades here, but then there's like 4 mattes. 4 mattes in it. So it's a nice blend of kind of, you know, sheeny shades and non-sheeny shades. And even the mattes are nice and creamy. And I find like matte eyeshadows have come a long way. Like I remember back in the day when, you know, matte eyeshadow, you're like, oh, it just meant like, oh, it's going to be blotchy and it won't blend. It's horrible. They blend just as well as like satin shadows now. So I really like this one. And then he also got me my very first Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector from Clarins, because everybody and their dog raves about these things on YouTube. Especially I find the UK beauty gurus that I watch, they definitely go on about these all the time. So I'm actually wearing this one today, and I have the shade, what shade do I have? Number 4? Yeah, number 4. It doesn't seem to have a name. Oh, yes, Petal Shimmer. And it's just like a really light, milky, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Like a milky peach, but like really milky peach. So not even a nude. It's just like a milky peach. It's nice. It's not like the best lip gloss ever. It feels really nice and creamy on the lips, and I like it, but I don't really understand why everybody acts like it's such a great thing, because it's not really. I don't know. Then I also got 2 books. So these were on my list, and this pretty much sums up my literary tastes at the moment. When I was younger, I used to read like really deep, long-winded War and Peace type books, but now, like, since I had kids and like being a full-time working mom, I can't even be bothered. So I've whittled down my literary tastes to British chick lit and well, this is British too, crime, detective, mystery novels. Not really mystery, it's more like a crime book. So Ian Rankin is an Irish writer, and he writes this series of books about Detective John Rebus, and I just can't get enough of them. I love them. They're like the Michael Connelly Bosch books. Is that his name? Bosch, Detective Bosch. So kind of the same vein, you know, as the American one, but there's just, what I love about British and like European authors is they're so much darker and more real. So this is Ian Rankin's Even Dogs in the Wild, and it's the latest John Rebus book. Very exciting. British crime writing. So that's what I like. I like British crime books. And then on the flip side of that, oddly enough, another Irish writer. Maybe I like Irish authors. So this is The Woman Who Stole My Life by Marian Keyes. So if you like British chick lits in the vein of Sophie Kinsella or Helen Fielding, who wrote Bridget Jones's Diary, you have to please read a Marian Keyes book and go. It's a great story. And her newer books, like I find her most recent books, they have a meandering way of telling the story. Like she starts kind of at the end of the story and goes back and tells it in bits and pieces. So she does, you know, flashbacks and then goes back to the present day. So you might have to get used to that kind of style, like if you start with her newer books. But, well, she's kind of always done that where she, you know, you see something, then you go back and you see how we got to that point. So if you don't like that style of bouncing back and forth, you might not be interested, but stick with it because she's just, she's funny and there's like pathos and she's just, yeah, she's a great writer. And wow, that kind of went off the rails there. Okay, so that was all that stuff. But then the last thing I want to show you is this great thing that my son got me. So my teenage son bought this for me because he had heard me talking about when I was, I think the year that I was 9 or 10 or maybe even 11, the favorite Christmas present that I got and my favorite toy for the whole year was something called fashion plates. So they've reintroduced fashion plates, and what it is, it's fantastic. So fashion plates is like a rubbing game. So it's like an, you know, like when you take a black crayon and you rub a piece of white paper over top of an object that has like texture underneath it, then the texture shows up on the paper. So that's the concept behind this. And what it is it's like this little stand, and then it comes with these plates, and on the plates they have outfits. So this is a children's toy, but it was just exciting for me because it was my favorite toy when I was a kid. So there's like torsos, so you've got like heads with tops and then bottoms with pants and skirts and things like that. And you put together the outfits on the plates, and then you kind of create your own coloring pages. So it looks like this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. So you just like create outfits, like you put outfits together and then you do the rubbing and then you've created your own little coloring pages and then you color them in. I spent hours and hours and hours before the days of iPads and things. See, this is the first one that I did. So exciting. So I thought that was really exciting. So there you go. Thank you so much for sticking with me and watching all that rambling and watch me pile through all that stuff. If there's anything in here you'd like to see my thoughts on, like any one of these eyeshadow palettes, just let me know and I will do that. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you very soon in the next video. Bye. Come on. He doesn't want to be in the video. So, because everybody remembers when you were a little Kieran and you used to come in the videos. Remember?
No.
Oh, you used to sit on my bed while I made my videos. How long have I been making videos? Do you know when I started?
2009.
2009. So how many years is that?
7.
7 years. So you have aged from the age of 5 to the age of 12 in the time that I have been making videos. And you used to be in every single one, and you'd always pop in, and now you don't want to have anything to do with it, do you? Okay, well, just say hi to everybody, and then you can go.
Hello.
Okay, goodbye. Get it.